In your opinion, does the Water Special Measures Bill go far enough?
I would say that it's got to come back to, is it bringing and enabling all the partners to work coherently? Because, you know, the Environment Agency study into the causes of poor river quality, the so-called RNAGs, established that only 32% of issues are related to water companies, and the large proportion of others relate to road runoff and agriculture.
So how has Ofwat's final determination on pricing for 2025 to 2030, which was published in December, affected your future investment decisions in addressing water waste pollution into London's rivers?
So we are currently reviewing Ofwat's final determination. It was a really tough settlement. We asked for £23.7 billion to invest over the next 5 years. Ofwat came back with 19.9 billion, so 4 billion short of what we asked for, and some very, very stretching targets, combined with some very, very hard-hitting penalties for non-delivery of those targets. So currently our exec and board are considering that, about whether we can accept it or whether we will go to the Competition and Markets Authority. We have real questions about the deliverability of the entire ambition. We don't think there's enough capacity in the UK supply chains to support all of the water companies in the UK delivering everything that Ofwat would wish. There simply isn't enough engineers, concrete, widgets, whatever it might need to be, sewer depth monitors, for example, to be able to deliver on that ambition.
In December, the London Waterkeeper told the committee that Thames Water is currently relying too much on large infrastructure solutions rather than sustainable urban drainage schemes. Do you feel you have this balance correct?
I think it has to be a mix of grey and green solutions. You know, we cannot build and dig our way out of this problem. Certainly, we have a massive responsibility to improve our network and to improve our sewage treatment works and ensure that they are meeting the permit requirements and resilient to the vagaries of our weather. But at the same time, we cannot build enough concrete pipes, etc., to solve the problem. We published something called the Drainage and Wastewater Management Plan that looked at what is the impact of climate change and population growth over the longer term on wastewater services. And it identified that in London, we needed to work with partners to disconnect about 7,000 hectares of currently impermeable green space to green spaces. So that's about 50 Hyde Parks or 10,500 football pitches. Plus, we needed to install about 5 million cubic metres of tactical storage. Plus, we needed to upsize about 1,000 kilometres of sewer. That is over the 25-year period.
When can we expect your storm overflows discharge reduction plan? And what stakeholders have you engaged with locally to get the balance right between infrastructure and sustainable urban drainage systems?
It's a very interesting question, that. So the Storm Overflow Reduction Plan is a piece of policy set out by government. It sets stringent targets on reducing the number of combined sewer overflows, and it seeks to prioritise those in areas where you have the greatest sensitivity. So in our patch, that is a lot of chalk streams in the Thames Valley area. It also put the emphasis on water companies fixing them by looking at our solutions on our network and our sites. So it makes delivery with other partners more complex because it seeks you to look at a grey infrastructure solution ahead of a green infrastructure solution. Part of this might become because of the necessity of hitting certain timelines. Partnership projects are, by their very nature, more uncertain and difficult to fit within set timelines.